Stop everything you're doing right now and truly listen to what I'm about to tell you. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract abundance effortlessly while others work themselves to exhaustion and still live in scarcity? This isn't just another motivational talk. This is a revelation about a power you use every day without even realizing it. Your words. 3 specific words you say dozens of times a day literally program the universe to push abundance away from you. The moment you learn these words and change them will become a turning point in your life. Think about it. Every word you speak carries a vibration, a frequency, an energetic imprint that goes beyond your physical body and interacts with the quantum field of reality. Ancient sages knew this. The Bible begins with the words, "In the beginning was the Word." Vedic texts speak of the power of mantras. Egyptian priests used words of power to change reality. Modern science confirms what mystics have known for millennia. Sound creates form. Words create worlds. And the 3 words we're talking about today create a world of scarcity, limitations, and closed doors. It's time to change your verbal code. Scientific foundation. Every word is a sound wave. When you speak, your vocal cords create a vibration at a specific frequency. This vibration spreads through the air, creating wave patterns. Japanese researcher Masaru Emoto conducted revolutionary experiments showing that water reacts to words. When he directed positive words at water, frozen crystals formed beautiful symmetrical shapes. Negative words created chaotic, destroyed structures. Your body is 70% water. Imagine what your words do to every cell of your being. But it's not just water, it's your brain. Neuropsychologist Andrew Newberg discovered that one negative word can trigger the release of dozens of stress hormones that interrupt logic, reason, and language processing in the brain. Positive words, on the contrary, strengthen brain areas responsible for emotion regulation, problem solving, and resilience. Words literally change your brain chemistry in real time. Every word is a chemical command to your body. And there's the quantum level. In quantum physics, the observer influences the observed. Your attention collapses the wave function into a concrete reality. But attention is directed by language. When you speak certain words, you're not just describing reality. You're choosing which reality to observe from an infinite field of possibilities. Words are the tool of collapsing the quantum wave. They determine which version of reality materializes in your experience. This is not a metaphor. This is the physics of creation. The problem and its origins language was given to you as a tool of creation, but instead, most people use it as a tool of self-limitation. Why? Because the language you were taught is infected with scarcity programming. Your parents said, "We can't afford this." Teachers said, "Be realistic." Society repeated, "Money doesn't grow on trees." Each of these phrases is a virus in your verbal code, a virus that replicates itself every time you speak. The first thing to understand, you didn't choose these words consciously. They were installed in your subconscious through repetition. A child hears a phrase 1,000 times and integrates it as truth about reality. They don't analyze, they absorb. By the time you turned 7, your verbal code was written. And if that code contained words of scarcity, limitation, impossibility, you carry it into adult life, unconsciously repeating the same phrases that once limited your parents. Second, words create mental images. When I say don't think about a pink elephant, what happens in your mind? You immediately see a pink elephant. The brain doesn't process negation effectively. It creates an image of what you're talking about, regardless of whether you're affirming or denying. When you say, "I don't want to be poor," the brain creates an image of poverty. When you say, "I'm afraid of losing my job," the brain visualizes job loss. You're unintentionally programming yourself for what you're trying to avoid. Your language works against you. Call to subscribe. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I will reveal specific replacement words that will change your life literally within days. Subscribe to Energy of Spirit, give a like, and leave any comment. For example, 3 nines, 999. Every comment and like helps this knowledge reach those who are ready to change their verbal code and open the flow of abundance. Your support is an act of service to global awakening. Thank you. First, blocking word. Can't. The first word that blocks your abundance is the phrase can't. Think about how often you say it. I can't afford this. I can't do this. I can't find time. Every time these words leave your lips, you send a powerful signal to your subconscious and the quantum field. I am powerless. I am limited. Possibilities are closed to me. Do you understand what happens at the neurological level? When you say can't, your brain immediately stops searching for solutions. It accepts this statement as fact and shuts down creative centers. Research has shown that the phrase "I can't" reduces activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for problem solving and creative thinking. You literally turn off your brain with one phrase, but there's an even deeper level. Can't is a statement about your identity. It's not just, "This is impossible at the moment." It's, "I, at my core, am incapable." When you repeat this enough times, it becomes part of your self-perception. You begin to see yourself as a person with limited capabilities. This becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You don't try because you can't, and by not trying, you prove to yourself that you really can't. The circle closes. At the energetic level, can't creates a blockage in your field. Imagine you're a river flowing to the ocean of abundance. Every can't is a stone you place in your riverbed. One stone won't stop the flow. But years of repeating can't create a dam that completely blocks the flow. The energy of abundance tries to reach you, but meets a wall of your own words. And you wonder why everything is so difficult, why opportunities pass by, why others receive and you don't. You yourself cut off the flow. Second blocking word, try. The second insidious word is try. At first glance, it seems positive. I'll try to do this. I'll try to change. But Master Yoda from Star Wars said a profound truth. Do or do not. There is no try. Try is the language of uncertainty. It's the language of a person who has already laid the groundwork for failure. When you say, "I'll try," you're not making a commitment. You're leaving yourself an escape route. You're telling the universe, "Maybe I'll do this, maybe I won't." The universe responds to certainty, to clarity of intention. Uncertain intention creates uncertain results. You get what you expect: a half attempt, a half result, a half life. Neurobiologically, try doesn't activate the same brain centers as "I will do." Determination creates a neurochemical cocktail of dopamine that motivates action. Try doesn't trigger this mechanism. It's a weak intention that doesn't mobilize the resources of body and mind. Your brain hears try and thinks, Okay, maybe, but not necessarily, and allocates energy accordingly, minimally. There's also a social aspect. When you tell someone, "I'll try," they instinctively don't believe you. People feel the energy of uncertainty. They know that try often means probably not. This undermines trust. In business relationships, in personal commitments, in self-respect, try is a word of weakness. It broadcasts to the world and your subconscious. I'm not confident in myself. I'm not fully present. Don't count on me. And the world stops counting. Opportunities go to those who say, "I will do," not "I'll try." Third blocking word, if. The third and perhaps most destructive word is if. If I have time. If it works out. If this succeeds. If is a word of conditionality. It places your dream, your goal, your abundance in a future dependent on external conditions that must first align. This is the language of waiting, not creation. Every if is a caveat. It's a way to protect yourself from disappointment. If it doesn't work out, I won't be disappointed because everything depended on conditions. But here's the truth. Conditions will never be perfect. Never. If you wait until all ifs are satisfied, you'll wait forever. Life doesn't work on the principle of when all conditions are perfect, then I'll start. Life works on the principle of I start, and conditions align in response to my action. At the energy level, if creates a splitting of your power. Instead of directing all your energy in one direction, if breaks it into multiple possible scenarios. Part of your energy goes to if it works out, part two, if it doesn't work out, part two, if someone helps, part two, if no one helps. Your energy dissipates instead of concentrating. Dissipated energy cannot create anything. Only focused energy has the power of materialization. Quantumly, if means you haven't collapsed the wave function. You're still keeping multiple possibilities open instead of choosing one and investing all your observer power into it. The quantum field responds to certainty of observation. When you say if, you're not an observer. You're a wavering potential. And the field reflects back to you not reality, but a continuation of potentiality. Eternal maybe instead of concrete is. You get stuck in superposition, never materializing a concrete result. Energetics of words, vibrational frequency. Let's go deeper into how words affect your vibration. Every emotion has a frequency. Dr. David Hawkins created a map of consciousness where each emotional state corresponds to a specific energy level. Shame vibrates at 20, fear at 100, anger at 150, love at 500, enlightenment at 700, 1000. These numbers represent real measurable energy. Words carry the frequency of the emotions they evoke. Can't, try, if. All these words resonate with low frequency states. Powerlessness, uncertainty, conditionality. When you speak them, your vibrational frequency drops. This is measurable with biofeedback equipment. Your heart rate variability becomes chaotic. Your electromagnetic field weakens. Your body literally enters a low energy state. And here's what's critically important. The law of attraction is not mysticism, it's the physics of resonance. You attract events, people, and circumstances that vibrate at the same frequency as you. If you vibrate at the frequency of can't, powerlessness, you attract situations that confirm your powerlessness. If you vibrate at the frequency of try, uncertainty, you attract uncertain results. If you vibrate at the frequency of if, conditionality, you attract endless conditions that are never fulfilled. Do you see the pattern? Your words create your vibration. Your vibration creates your reality. This doesn't happen somewhere in the abstract future. This is happening right now, with every word you speak. You are an active creator or active limiter of your experience. The choice is yours, but the choice is made through the language you use every moment of every day. Rewriting the verbal code, words of power. Now it's time to rewrite your code. For each blocking word, there's a word of power that opens the flow of abundance. This is not just positive thinking. This is quantum reprogramming. Instead of can't, say I choose or I create a way. Feel the difference in energy? I can't afford this versus I choose to direct my resources differently right now. Or I create a way to get this. The first is a statement of powerlessness. The second is a statement of sovereignty. You're not a victim of circumstances. You're a creator, making a choice. This activates completely different areas of the brain. The prefrontal cortex lights up. Creative problem solving begins. Opportunities that were invisible suddenly appear. Instead of try, say, I will do, or I commit. This is the language of certainty. I'll try to come versus I'll be there, or I commit to being there. This is not arrogance. This is clarity of intention. You mobilize all the resources of your being in one direction. Your brain receives a clear command and begins executing. Your body follows. The universe responds to clarity. When you're certain, the path opens. Not because it becomes easier, but because you're fully present in action. Instead of if, say when, or as. If I become successful versus when I become successful, or as I grow in success. Feel the shift? If leaves the question open. When assumes certainty. This is not denial of reality. This is choosing the reality you intend to create. Your brain doesn't distinguish between a vividly imagined future and the present. When you say when, you begin living from that future now. You collapse the quantum wave into the desired result. Practice of daily reprogramming. Knowledge without practice is entertainment. Transformation requires action. Here's your daily practice for reprogramming your verbal code. Step 1. Awareness. For one day, simply observe. Carry a small notebook with you. Every time you catch yourself saying can't, try, or if, make a mark. Don't judge yourself. Just observe. By the end of the day, you'll be shocked at how often these words leave your lips. Awareness is the first step to change. Step 2, pattern, interrupt. When you catch yourself using a blocking word, stop. Physically stop for a second. Take a deep breath. This interrupts the automatic neural loop. Creates space between stimulus and response. In that space lives your freedom of choice. Step 3, replacement. Consciously replace the blocking word with a word of power. Say it aloud, even if it means correcting yourself mid-sentence. I can't. I choose to create a way. At first, this will be awkward. Your brain resists new patterns. This is normal. Keep going. Neuroplasticity is on your side. Each replacement creates a new neural pathway. Step 4, amplification through emotion. When you speak a word of power, connect emotion. Don't just mechanically say the words. Feel the power in I create a way. Feel the certainty in I will do. Feel the confidence in when. Emotion is the fuel that records the new pattern deep in the subconscious. Words without emotion are just noise. Words with emotion are the magic of creation. Additional words of power for abundance. Besides replacing the 3 main blockers, there are words that actively open the flow of abundance. Integrate them into your daily language. I am grateful. Gratitude is the magnetic key to abundance. When you're grateful for what you have, you send the signal. I have enough. I'm in the flow. The universe responds, if you have enough, here's more. Gratitude creates a spiral of abundance. I accept. Many people block abundance by inability to receive. When someone gives a compliment, they deflect. When someone offers help, they refuse. This tells the universe, I'm not ready to receive. Practice saying, I accept with gratitude. Open yourself to receiving. I am worthy. Deep inside, many don't feel worthy of abundance. This is the root of blockage. Every day, looking in the mirror, say, I am worthy of love, abundance, joy, success. This reprograms subconscious unworthiness. Abundance flows to me easily. This is an affirmation of flow versus struggle. Most people believe abundance comes only through hard work and struggle. This is scarcity programming. Abundance is the natural state of the universe. Look at nature. It's abundant without effort. When you say easily, you align with the natural flow. I am open to receiving from unexpected sources. This frees you from the limiting belief that abundance can come only one specific way. Through your job, for example. The universe is infinitely creative. When you're open, abundance comes through paths you couldn't even imagine. But you must be open through the words you speak. Stories of transformation through language. Let me share real examples of the power of changing verbal code. A woman named Sarah said for years, I can't afford my own business. When she changed it to, I create a way to finance my business, her brain began searching for solutions. Within a month, she found an investor who believed in her vision. Her business now generates six-figure income. The external circumstance didn't change. Her language changed, which changed her perception, which opened opportunities that were always there. A man named James constantly said, I'll try to work out, and never did. When he changed to, I commit to working out 3 times a week, something shifted inside. His brain accepted this as an order. He didn't miss a single workout for 6 months. He lost 30 kilograms. The change began with changing one word. An entrepreneur named Lisa always said, if my product is successful. This kept her in a state of uncertainty that potential clients felt. When she changed to, when my product becomes successful, and began speaking from that confidence, her energy shifted. People began believing in her because she believed in herself through her language. Her sales tripled in the next quarter. Powerful conclusion. Your language is not just a tool of communication, it's a tool of creation. Every word you speak is a brush painting the picture of your reality. The 3 words we revealed today, can't, try, if, are dark colors, creating a picture of limitation. Words of power, I choose, I will do, when, are bright colors, creating a masterpiece of abundance. Change doesn't happen through understanding. It happens through practice. From this moment, become fiercely aware of the words that leave your lips. Catch yourself, correct yourself, reprogram yourself. This will be uncomfortable. Your brain will resist because old patterns are comfortable. But comfort is a prison. Growth lives beyond comfort. Freedom lives beyond comfort. Abundance lives beyond comfort. Imagine your life in 6 months if every day you consciously use words of power. How will your energy change? How will your actions change? How will the world respond? Abundance is not something you get. It's a frequency you tune to, and your language is the tuning dial. You've been tuned to the station of scarcity by your old verbal code. It's time to turn the dial. It's time to tune to the frequency of abundance. Right now, in this moment, make a decision. Not, I'll try to change my language, not, if I can do it, not, I can't change a lifelong habit. No. Say with the full force of your being, I change my verbal code now. I choose words of power. I commit to speaking from abundance. When I speak, I create. Feel this power. It's yours. It's always been yours. You just forgot. Now you've remembered. Use it. Speak your new reality into existence. The time has come. Your voice is ready. Create.